All right, guys. So we are going back. We're jumping back into the future because we just finished up doing a reaction to this house. So lately, we've been reacting to a lot of older Tom MacDonald. So if you guys are just now following us or joining the journey, you can check out our playlist where we are starting at the beginning with Dear Rappers, and then we are just going up through his playlist of music, and we're giving our commentary on that's right, we're giving our commentary on his music. Now we do want to keep up with the latest and newest tracks that he's doing, so from time to time we will jump in and do get out of line and do some of the newer stuff, in which the last ones we did was Don't Look Down, and one of the other ones I can't remember what the title was. No, Hell of It was an older track. But
are you talking about the new ones?
Yeah, the new ones. Yeah. But this song is called Brainwashed. So let's go ahead and jump into it, and let's see what it's all about.
Was White Boy not new, or was that old?
White Boy was old. Yeah.
Oh.
That was
it's all new to me.
Yeah, it's all new to us. But we're still trying to keep in line with what he's doing. All right, you ready?
Yep.
All right, let's go.
Brainwashed.
I
can say already. Facts.
All right. Let's go.
Half the country fell asleep, but they scream woke. We're distracted by vaccines and TV shows, politics, celebrity gossip, popular neat quotes. Black lives, white lives, which lives mean most? We only dedicate one day to remember our fallen soldiers, the men and women who died young. But if you come out the closet as Caitlyn Jenner, you're a hero and you get a whole Pride Month. The most dangerous pandemic's propaganda from these clowns. Only mask that's gonna save us is duck.
What did you say at the beginning of the video?
Facts.
All right, let's keep going.
Tape on their mouths, don't speak. We don't need to defund police, need to defund the media who lies through their teeth like Big Pharma doesn't cure you, dog, cause every patient that gets cured is a customer lost. And big oil runs the world, the only wars that get fought are with the countries who have natural resources they want. Heard him claiming if a white man braids his hair and likes rap, he's appropriating culture. But if a white man acts too white, he's white trash, he's a racist, he's a bigot, he's a monster. Let's just have the conversation. Not every liberal is dumb, not all Republicans are racist. The government wants everybody fighting with their neighbors because they know that if we get along, we'll probably go against them. They can't.
Oh, man, what we were just talking about in the last video.
Yes, so that was in the video White Boy, where we broke down some racial constructs and things about society. Guys, go ahead and check it out. It's a very dope conversation, but it's exactly what we were saying before about Tom doing these videos, and he's opening the door for these conversations for people to talk about. And for the simple fact that he's being ignored by mainstream media, the most he'll do is like a top trending video on YouTube, just lets you know that he's opening the door for these conversations and people don't want to have them.
They're too scared to have them. And these conversations need to be had, and we got to stop letting the media
dictate what we are and aren't going to talk about,
but also what we think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not having a thought that's your own.
Yeah, because so many people will listen to political pundits, religious people. Everybody has an agenda.
Yeah.
And when you can't think for yourself,
it's dangerous.
It's dangerous because you fall in line with somebody else's agenda and you can't see things for what they are.
And I was just talking to you. I found a YouTuber. Her name was Gothics, and she had a really interesting conversation on her channel. I found it because she was doing Tom MacDonald reactions as well. And so I found another video where she was saying how she grew up and a lot of people were telling her that she wasn't black enough.
Okay, yeah.
And so I just found that conversation very interesting, and
this is something that we've talked about before, and we've done videos on it where we shared some of our experiences growing up because people would tell us that we weren't black enough from the way that we talked or the way that we acted. And so then it makes you ask that question, what is black enough?
But it also, And what she was saying is, why do we all have to think the same?
Yeah.
And so having this mentality that if you don't think like everybody else, then you aren't this. And why do I have to prove my blackness, by doing this, that, or the third?
Right.
And so he made a good point in his last video, white boy, why are you judging my engine based on my paint?
This house.
Yeah, this house.
Yeah.
So I just think having that kind of mindset of where we all have to think the same really correlates with this, because it's the whole brainwashing mentality. And media is really fueling that, like, oh, because you look like this, you have to have this mentality, and if you look like this, you have to think the same. And we are individuals, and so
it's okay to be different.
It's okay to be different,
absolutely.
And it's okay to think for yourself and
absolutely.
not be brainwashed.
Yeah.
So
all right, let's go ahead and jump back into this. Ready? Let's go ahead and take it back just a little bit.
Wants everybody fighting with their neighbors because they know that if we get along, we'll probably go against them. They can't stop us because we're ready to fight, trying to brainwash us. But we won't let freedom die. The whole world's brainwashed. Everybody pick a team, start a riot in the streets. The whole world's brainwashed. It's us against them, it ain't you against me. How did monkeys become people and people turned into sheep? They put fluoride in the water that's keeping us all asleep. Claim they want what's best for us, I find it hard to believe. Cause they've been selling us cigarettes since we was 18. Fake news, fake woke, distract and divide. You're either right or you're left, or you're black or you're white. Big tech don't need a microchip to hack in your life. Cause the phone inside your pocket is a tracking device. And I don't know what I'm more sick of, rappers or Joe Biden looking like he ate 100 Xanax for dinner. Cause censoring the president and kicking him off Twitter is a bigger threat to freedom than foreign ballistic missiles. You don't trust the police or the government, but you want people giving up their right to own a firearm. Why would you be comfortable if police and the government the only people on the planet with the right to buy a gun? White privilege getting amplified to reinforce division. It convinces white people that they're favored by their skin, and black people getting angry because they're told they're treated different. So the conflict is between us and never with the system. Let's just have the conversation. Not every liberal is dumb, not all Republicans are racist. The government wants everybody fighting with their neighbors because they know that if we get along, we'll probably go against them. They can't stop us because we're ready to fight.
This is so crazy. It's so crazy because we just did that reaction to White Boy.
Was it, you meant this house?
No, when we did the reaction to White Boy, and we literally talked about this.
Yeah. I mean,
it's so crazy how we just talked about that from doing that reaction, and then this video just dropped. It's almost like, although it's out of order, it's almost like this could literally be the sequel to that.
It's not out of order to me.
No, it's not. I mean, you could. What I'm saying is that you can do the video, or it's like it is out of order in the context of the videos that he's created.
Yeah.
But it still falls in line with what he's talking about.
Stop being sheeple, people.
That's right. Let's go.
Trying to brainwash us, but we won't let freedom die. The whole world's brainwashed. Everybody pick a team, start a riot in the streets. The whole world's brainwashed. It's us against them, it ain't you against me. Step 1, train the people only to consume. Step 2, infiltrate adults with the news. Step 3, indoctrinate the children through the schools and the music and the apps on the phones that they use. Step 4, separate the right from the left. Step 5, separate the white from the black. Step 6, separate the rich from the poor. Use religion and equality to separate them more. Step 7, fabricate a problem, made a lie. Step 8, put it on the news every night. Step 9, when people start to fight and divide, take control. This is called situational design. They can't stop us, cause we're ready to fight, trying to break.
I need a break from it, cause whoa, my brain needs to process. Whoa. If that is not facts, I don't know what is. Oh my God, that needs to be written down. And I need to read that, and everybody needs to read that every day, just so you can have a reminder, because we are bombarded with these messages every day.
Every day.
And even growing up, you're bombarded with these messages, you know, of division. And as a child, you know, everybody your friend until somebody tell you, no, those people are bad.
You know what? That's so crazy. That is so crazy. Yeah. That is so crazy how when you're in elementary school,
everybody's your friend.
Everybody's your friend.
You don't even think about none of that stuff.
You don't think about anything until people start telling you reasons of why you shouldn't like this person. And it's so childish.
Bad. Yep. And that's a whole nother conversation we're going to have in a separate video.
Yeah, that's a conversation that we'll probably have in a separate video. We'll probably have to start a new channel or something where we can just discuss some of these topics, because that's something that I probably would like to just reflect on and think about, you know, especially with my upbringing. When I was growing up, and I think about all the friends that I had and all the enemies that I've made over time.
Enemies, babe?
I don't have real enemies, but they were just people that didn't like me for shallow or whatever reasons, or maybe even I didn't like them for shallow or whatever reasons, you know. But as you become an adult and you start thinking for yourself, you think back and you reflect and you're like, oh, that was stupid. I shouldn't have, you know, broken off that friendship or hated that person for this thing.
Well, at least you started thinking for yourself.
Well, but that's the sad part about it.
Some people don't.
Well, that's what I'm saying. And that's what this video is about.
Yeah.
This video is about the people who don't. And that's something that I come to find with a lot of people who are involved in the Hog family, or when I have these conversations with you. Because even in one of the videos we did, I can't remember which one it is, but you talked about how you just feel so alone. And sometimes that's how it feels. It feels like you're alone because you're the only one who thinks the way you do.
But you're really not.
But you're not, because
they make you think that you're the only person that thinks like this, because they, like I said, bombard you with these news of crazy people who have just lost their mind. They get all the airtime, and then you're like, is there anybody who thinks normally?
Right.
You know?
And that's great. And it's so awesome that we have this platform, because we are able to find like-minded individuals.
Definitely.
And we see that through the comments that you guys leave, and we appreciate it. Let's go ahead and finish out this video.
Love you guys.
Brainwash us, but we won't let freedom die. The whole world's brainwashed. Everybody pick a team, start a riot in the streets. The whole world's brainwashed. It's us against them, and then you against me.
Nova did her thing again with this video.
Absolutely. She's doing her thing
Props
in all these Tom MacDonald videos. So once again, overall, I thought this was a very good video. It's very insightful, very
amazing.
Yes, very thought-provoking as well.
As always.
As always. And I'm loving it. I'm loving this journey. I'm loving the dialogue and the conversations that it's opening up. And yeah, I'm looking forward to more. I think that we covered a lot about what this video was about during the video. So there's not much to add to it, unless you have something else to say, babe.
No, that's okay. I thought this was amazing. Another amazing video with thought-provoking lyrics that makes us have conversations. And, you know, I think more conversations like this need to be had. This is why I think music really needs to be taught in school. And you know how they did like a Game of Thrones class, like at Harvard? They should do
where they broke down the
lore and
everything about it. Yeah.
I really think, now stay
there should
with
be
me on this.
There should be a Tom MacDonald class.
I do.
Oh, shit.
But let me tell you why. Because these are conversations that people are afraid to have.
Yeah.
And so if you have the music where everybody can listen, then have a dialogue instead of just pulling these conversations out of, you know, books or anything like that. It's harder for people to have conversations like that. But if you have the music and then
Right.
you can dissect the music
Right.
and then you build the conversations around it,
Right.
it makes it easier
Right.
to digest.
Right. Well, you know what's sad?
What?
What's sad is that because this is art and, you know, it's like literature, people won't be having these conversations for maybe another 100 years.
I disagree with
Well,
that.
think about it. Think about Shakespeare.
Well,
Think about all the literature.
well, they
that
waited till he was dead.
Exactly.
But-
They wait until all these artists are dead and gone, and then they start, let's analyze Shakespeare. Let's look up Mark
Or
Twain.
even Tupac.
Or Tupac. Let's see what's going on with these artists 20 years, 10 years, 100 years, 1,000 years after these people are gone. They want to look up Socrates and go over these things instead of actually talking about it now.
Because those people were ahead of their times.
Yeah.
But I think that we're smarter now, and then we have this platform called YouTube. So it is possible to where we can have, even online conversations discussing this, because it's definitely needed. It can definitely change a lot of perspectives which need to be done.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's just a suggestion, and I if not school, online, and
Right.
then eventually maybe it can move to that. But this is so thought-provoking that I think it should be
Right.
actually taught, because people are losing their marbles
Right.
and don't even know why. When you aren't, especially the kids, because a lot of the kids are doing crazy things, and when you're a kid, and you're under like a household that doesn't necessarily have the best logic. You have parents that don't have the best logic, and they can't make sense out of anything, and then the media just reaffirms that.
Yeah.
You need like an outside
Influence.
influence.
Absolutely.
And so I think that if something like this was taught and give them another perspective, it could really change what's going on out in this world.
absolutely.
Because people are not realizing why they're doing the things that they're doing. And once they realize that they're being controlled, that they're little puppets, then a lot of it will stop.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
And I think what's also interesting is that when people do get into that mindset of them being a so-called free thinker, when you're allowed to think for yourself, then you don't get angry with people who have different views than you.
Yeah.
You don't get angry when somebody is not the same religion as you, or they don't believe the same political affiliation that you believe, because you understand that that's part of the rights of living in this country.
And part of having your own brain.
Having your own brain, the freedom of that. That's great. When I see people that don't believe it's the same thing that I believe, I think it's good. But I think it's bad when you try to push those beliefs on that person without even knowing why.
This is the only way to think.
This is the only way to think. Because there's plenty of examples out there of countries and situations of where people aren't allowed to think for themselves. But anyway, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap this video up. Like this video if you think Tom MacDonald should be taught in Harvard or any other college institution.
Teach it in all the schools.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave your thoughts down below about what you thought about this video as well as our reaction. Anyway, we'll see you guys next time. Peace.